I hope it's not nauseating. Anyways, hi, it's me. I'm back. I'm not dead. Cars aren't dead. I just haven't had anything to make a video on in a while. So, today we are going to be working on my daily. And we will be taking care of the rust underneath the daily, getting it ready for the winter long haul, because that has not been done before. I am the 4th or 5th owner. So let's get this car ready to rock and roll. So we're gonna go to Home Depot, get some supplies, and get ready to go put the car up in the air, get rid of the majority of the rust, paint and undercoat what needs to be taken care of, and get her ready for winter. So I will see you in a minute.
But I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss.
We're here. Obviously I can't film inside, so I'll be right back. Here's what we got inside. It's just Rust-Oleum undercoat. This stuff works really good. It gets a bad rep though, the rubber stuff, if it's not done properly. So if you don't have the time and effort to really get under your car, clean it, and make sure it's totally ready to go for the rubber stuff, I would use an oil-based one, because you don't have to worry about the rust spreading with that. But this stuff, if you don't clean the underneath of your car extremely thoroughly, the rust will just grow. So this is really something you have to sit down and put the time and effort into doing. But you don't have to have everything perfect if you have something like this, rust reformer. I have another spray back at my house which converts rust as well. So if you use some of this stuff, you know, it's wire wheel, sandpaper, wire brush, all that stuff, you can pretty much do a perfect job. Get some paint or some tape to cover your paint, is what I was trying to say. So that's always an option too. But yeah, just make sure you do it right if you're gonna do the rubber stuff. So now we're gonna head back to the shop. We're in the Spider right now. We're gonna go pick up the accent and get working. Okay, now that we got this in the air, we're gonna look underneath and see. So it's not as bad as I thought. Subframe mount's a little rusty. Right here on the frame's a little rusty. We'll take care of that. This is a heat shield. That's not gonna get fixed because you can't really fix it. We'll take care over here, and there's some spots where the factory undercoating is coming off. This car did get fixed under warranty for that. And up here, I bottomed it out on a rock in my front yard. So we'll take care of that to make sure that doesn't rust and prevent it from getting bad. Everything else is pretty okay. We're just gonna touch up the spots that don't have undercoating where it came off, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so one of those first steps I was talking about before is making sure your area is totally clean. So you have rust under here with dirt around it, but the rust is also gonna have dirt on it too. So go ahead, take a this case I'm using all-purpose cleaner. That's fine too, degreaser, whatever you have. I'm gonna do a lot of this off camera because it's hard to see. So we'll go ahead and hang that there. And I'll be using a drill brush in this case. And you're gonna go ahead and clean it off. I'm currently inside in a garage, so I can't use a hose. So we're just going to use a spray bottle with water in it to rinse off the part that we are cleaning. And once that is cleaned off, we're going to wipe it dry the best we can. And then we will let it air dry. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the car because it's going to kind of be hard to see. But maybe I'll set up a time lapse or something. So, come to find out, this is why you do this stuff, because this heat shield basically damn near ready to come out. I'm not going to leave it in for winter. I'm going to take it out and then, you know, undercoat the rest of that. So that's what we're doing next now. Alright, so everything's clean now under here. Sprayed, watered down. The undercoating from factory is coming off here, so I scraped it off. Cleaned it, ready to go. Everything else, even though it's peeling, it's still pretty on there, like it's not coming off. So now we wait for it to dry and we'll start the rust removal step. Okay, so once you wire wheel it all away, you're gonna have a little bit of kind of like an orange rustish tint, but that minor amount of rust is okay, as long as it's kind of like dusty. That's what the rust reformer is going to fix and actually turn into paintable surface. So once you got your entire car like that, then you can wipe it down one more time and go ahead and start painting. Okay, now that everything's dry, we're gonna go ahead and start putting the rust reformer on. It's gonna kind of neutralize the rust, get rid of the moisture, and then we'll have a surface to paint on. It'll kind of take care of that light rust that we had before too. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start spraying it on there. I'll probably do a time lapse. Okay, so now that all of the primer, or the rust reformer I mean, is on, we're ready to start putting on the undercoating. So when you put this on, just put it on one coat first and see where it needs to be done after that, and go from there. Okay, so due to this stuff coming on heavy and making a mess, I went ahead and sprayed everything. Obviously exhaust isn't getting sprayed, stuff like that, but the entire chassis and underneath is sprayed. So we're gonna wait and see if it needs a second coat or anything like that. Basically it's just gonna kind of look all matte black right now. The heat shields aren't getting sprayed, the gas tank's not getting sprayed, the frame rails are sprayed, the tunnel's sprayed. So I did the subframe up here too. I tried to stay away from the actual hardware on the subframe. Transmission pan's not getting sprayed. The radiator mount is sprayed and pretty much everything else. I followed the fender liners up here. You don't want to spray any moving parts really, because it's just going to be a pain in the ass to change those later. So this is what everything's looking like right now. We'll wait for it to dry, and obviously heat shield's not getting sprayed either. Wait for everything to dry and see what it looks like. Okay, so it's a few weeks later. You can see we've been really getting this car dirty, putting her through the ropes. We're really going to try and test and see how much we can do and basically see what the undercoating can take. The last car that I did this to was my CRV, and that handled the beating very well. I had it for just about over a year with that undercoating, and it held up perfectly fine through winter. So we're going to be testing my daily, putting her through the ropes, and see how the undercoating holds up. So until I make a update video, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.